So this is going to be by far my weirdest episode. I normally wouldn't entertain what I'm about to entertain, but my friend Matt Gelfand, if you saw in the Schweizau video, brought up combat key. It's about to get very weird in here. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. Let's go.
Pow, pow. Inside fighting, yeah. Dangerous martial arts. Pow, pow. Ooh, ah.
All right, so combat key. I don't even know where to start with this. So I thought coming into this combat key that it was like one of those no-touch knockout things when I said I would do an episode on this, and I was sorely mistaken. This might be the opposite of no-touch knockout. I have to be honest with you. I'm impressed. I don't know where the functionality of this is, but it's definitely an accomplishment. So this is a system founded in the 1960s by Rod and last name, Eastern European name, which I won't butcher. I'll just type it on the screen. Now, what I want to say here, I'm going to pull up some. Guys, seriously, if you haven't seen combat key before, there's nothing else like it. Let me just put it that way. So pretty much this is a system that teaches you how to take full force shots in the neck and the nuts. I also noticed they take body shots. They do all types of stuff. That's cool, whatever. But I'm not kidding. They take from legit fighters, full force knuckle punches and like ridge hands into the throat. Now, and man, the shots they take in the balls is absolutely nuts. What I want to say about this is I've been hit in both the throat and the nuts in sparring accidentally. I've even been hitting the nuts with a cup on and got like a hard kick there, and it's dropped me. I've been hitting the throat light during sparring and like had trouble swallowing for a while. So I just want to jump in here. I'm going to play these. This is one of those episodes where I'm not even sure what commentary I can give. I think we're just going to watch together. I'm leaving the sound on. It's part of the experience. You have to hear how hard these people get smashed. This first video here is legit just a guy getting hit in the throat and the nuts. And I mean, that's the consistent theme in this video. If you're a masochist, this is the perfect style for you.
It's dangerous. When you're fooling with the trachea, when you're fooling with the crotch area, when you're fooling with the ribs, when you're fooling with the stomach, you always have to be prepared. You have to know what your limits are and what you're capable of doing. And I'm not sure where my limits are.
You ready to do this, Kirby?
I'm ready.
All right. You tell him when to go.
Mike, when you're ready.
What you are about to see is real. Please do not try this at home.
Oh my God.
Good job.
Man, he didn't even flinch. And that was not a light kick. I don't care what people say. That was...
Kirby's just taken 900 pounds of force, square into his groin.
What do you think of that?
Look, I'm just going to come back in here a little bit. I don't care what anyone says. That's impressive. I don't know what kind of training. They're saying they're moving their key. This makes me believe in key. Because ain't no way I'm training my testicles to take a full force soccer ball kick. And you'll see there's legit huge people. This is going for the trachea. Let's watch it.
Well, I have real concerns that he may compromise his breathing apparatus, namely the trachea. And if that collapses, then he's in trouble.
What happens if his trachea collapses?
If that was to occur, he would have only minutes to live until we could somehow supply air.
All right, Kirby. It's in your hands. Whenever you're ready.
Nick, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That was, look, objectively speaking, that was a hard hit to the trachea with a ridge hand. And that guy looked like he knew how to throw a ridge hand. And the guy just doesn't even really flinch. Like, it knocks him back, but he's absorbing most of the impact. I don't know what to say. Maybe they strengthen the muscles, like these little micro muscles, but you have no muscles in your testicles. That one's, I heard people say that you could suck up your testicles. You could train your muscles to like pull up your testicles. I still feel like this would be a very, very painful experience. Look at this next one here. It's going to take full force punches to the throat. Again, like I said, this is a weird episode. This is more of just like a let's watch in awe kind of episode. There's not much I can tell you here. I think if you train for years to get punched in the throat and the testicle, you might have been wasting a little bit of your time. That's the honest truth, but it is an impressive skill. It's like one of those things, like if I was going to learn a skill to impress people, to be a tough guy and to impress people at like weird parties, this would be the martial art I would pick up. We'll talk about the self-defense aspects later, but jeez, that would hurt. That would legit hurt. Okay, let's just jump right into the next one. Oh, this is Genki Sudo. Genki Sudo, if you don't know who he is, he's a legit amazing old school fighter. Okay, this is him right here. This is Genki Sudo. I'm a huge Genki Sudo fan. If anyone knows how to throw a punch and a kick and hurt you, it's Genki Sudo. This guy's a pro MMA fighter. So, you know, when people say, oh, it's a trick, they're not following through, they're not doing this. I mean, there's legit dudes who attack these people. So it's not bullshit. Excuse my language. Oh my God. Now, what I want to say here is like, and this is something I've learned from fighting, how something looks is rarely as painful as it actually feels. In other words, like, I'll see people take body shots. I'm like, I could take body shots like that. Or I'll see people get punched in the head. I'm like, it probably doesn't hurt that much. But then when I'm in there sparring and I get caught in the head, sometimes like this is the number one reason sparring escalates is because someone doesn't think they're going hard, but the way it feels to you rocks you or hurts you or damages you. And they may not have actually been going hard. That's the crazy thing here. Like getting hit, especially bare knuckle. I've noticed in Kyokushin, sometimes I just get hit. I'm like, that really hurts. So for me to say that these are not hard shots, those are hard shots. Those would be hard shots if I was eating them in my body. These people are taking them to the testes, bro. Right in the testes. I don't know how this works. Very impressed. Again, I thought I'm coming in here to like be like, oh, this is a stupid system. It's stupid in the sense that like you're not going to sit there and be ready and like strengthen those muscles in your testicles if you're sucking them up or whatever you're doing in your throat to take the hit. Fighting is chaotic. Like these guys, I don't believe are resistant to being knocked out. And I do believe if they weren't ready and I just bam in their throat, my energy is very weird in this episode just because I'm very thrown off by this. But I do feel like if I did surprise them and hit them in the throat, they wouldn't be there with like that power or move their key or whatever they're doing to bring it in there. But again, it's incredibly impressive. Like, would these guys be able to take a surprise shot to the nuts without preparing for it?
So he's going to take a punch to the Adam's apple.
Have you ever been skunked by a man this big? This big. So
look at the size of this dude. This guy, by the way, was like a fighter. He's on Gladiators. He's like a monster. Look at him. Look at the size of that dude. Okay, you ain't gonna tell me that he was thrown light. Sorry, don't buy it. That was a big man with a big shot right to the trachea, like lining it up ridge hand with no resistance. I mean, like these guys would do amazing in that slap contest that's in the UFC, that really stupid new sport. Look, I have a couple. There's a consistent theme here. You're either gonna watch videos right now if people get kicked in the nuts or hit in the throat, and I have two more of them. We're gonna watch them because it's interesting. This next one is like, again, huge dudes. There was like an ex-NFL player here who kicked a guy in the nuts and was like, I don't know how this didn't hurt the guy. But let's just watch this next video of a guy getting soccer ball kicked to the balls very hard.
It's time to go. It's time for lunch.
He looked like he hurt his shin on the guy's testicles. I'll be honest with you. Here's the problem with this style. I don't think anyone watches the videos in this system that are meant to like promote it and says, that's something I'd love to do. I'd love to get soccer ball kicked in the nuts as hard as I possibly can. I'd love for a guy twice my size to full on ridge hand me in the throat. I mean, like, who is this appealing to? Real masochists. Like, you have to legitimately be a masochist to enjoy this. And obviously there are some masochists. This next one, it's like a 2-minute video. I really think it's worth watching all of it. And then I'll wrap up on my final notes. Okay? We'll jump into those final notes right after this next 2-minute video, so stay tuned.
In my mind, the first strike I took was, oh, please don't let me die.
Can I just note the size difference here? We're talking about like 6'4" versus 5'6", probably like 220 versus 145.
But these guys don't die. They don't even get hurt.
We're converting them. Well, you should stand up and get ready.
I love that woman's voice. She's like, these guys don't die. Another kick to the nuts. Congratulations.
None of my men wear protection in a groin. None.
After all, you wouldn't want your attacker to get injured.
That hurt my foot.
Most of the time after somebody strikes you, especially to the testicles or to the throat, they're just amazed.
Count NFL Hall of Famer Randy White among them.
About broke my hand. Now you talk about a humbling experience. That is a humbling experience for anybody.
Humbling for anyone but a master of combat key, that is.
I know that I like taking the blows.
Luckily,
Yeah. How'd that feel?
these SMU football players enjoy giving them.
You'd think that at least you'd suffer from soft tissue injury or something like that, but it's a whole body thing.
What in the name? What is this? What is this style of fighting?
You have any more hits? I think I gotta kick Kirby in the throat again.
Which leads us to wonder, what kind of person does it take to learn the art of combat key?
Maybe out of every 100 people, I get one person that can do key. The other 99, for some reason or another, are afraid.
We can't imagine why they'd be afraid.
Okay, we're done here. We're done. Here's my final notes on this style. Incredibly impressive. I gotta admit, does it help you in a street fight? Probably. That's the honest truth. Like, do I want to go through this? No, there's no way I am training in the system. I have zero interest to train in the system. I do think it's something that's very unique. I don't think they're learning how to fight by getting kicked in the nuts and the throat all day. But again, I do think those are legit targets that people go after in street fighting. There's a validity to that. But people, by and large, just want to punch you in the jaw. Does this help you survive getting punched in the jaw? I don't think so. Maybe a little bit, for sure, because if they're taking full force throat ridge hands by huge guys, then they're going to be more, like, that whole area is probably just more conditioned to extreme damage. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at a loss today. Blame Matt. Blame Matt from the Shuai Jiao episode for this video. But at least it was entertaining. Again, I don't recommend this. It's not something I would train. I do believe it has some degree of self-defense benefits, and it's completely psychotic. And as the guy said, he's a masochist. He's like, I do like the blows. In that exact voice. Look, I hope you like this video. I don't know what else to say. Just like and subscribe. Do me that favor. We just watched people together for like the past 13 minutes getting soccer ball kicked in the nuts. This was a bonding experience. We're closer now than we've ever been before.